Hello everyone, welcome to Lavelia's Coloring. How are you guys? I've missed you guys so much. I know I've been absent for the past, I think, month and a half, except for that one Color Your Horde video that I did earlier in the month. I've just been so busy this past month and a half, and also dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety, and just for the past week I've been wanting to go back and start making videos, but just going through that motions where, you know, like, it's when you haven't been filming for a while, it's like the first time recording a video. I'm getting all that jittery, nervous feeling, and is it tight chest, just like my throat's gonna clog up kind of thing. So I would just like just don't record. So I'm still having that feeling, but before I even press the record button, I've been kind of like trying to like mentally prepare myself to just go in and record, because I really want to get back and share with you guys, you know, what I've been up to, my coloring, journey and stuff, coloring hauls. And so I thought, doing a color and chat video would be the best thing to start off with, coming back from not doing any videos for a month. So I am going to be coloring in this beautiful illustration from Grazia Salvo. This is her book Flowers and Gems. And yeah, so let me go ahead and we'll go ahead and zoom you guys in. I'm going to be working the rest of these flowers and then her hair. So this illustration that I am working on from Grazia Salvo, it has been a whip since 2019. I colored this flower here for a video from 2019, sharing how I color roses. I actually did two different examples. One was in another Grazia Salvo book where I used just pencils, and for this page I used markers and Prismacolor. So I decided to just finish this up because there's also several color alongs that this page would go great with, like Nirma Coloring's Golden Hair and Green Eyes color along, and then there is also a Grazia Salvo color along too. So it was a great opportunity for me to finish up this page. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and continue with this one. So the rest of this I based it with markers, alcohol markers. I have the Ohuhu brand, and so yeah, again, these were colored in with Prisma, but I am using the Black Widow sets, all of the sets, to color in her hair, her the flowers and the leaves, which I already finished. And then for her skin, I'm going to be using a harder pencil because this paper is kind of, it's just different. It's like it eats up the Prismacolor, but it doesn't, I don't know, it just, I don't like the feel of it. And it works okay with the Black Widow, but I feel like it needs something harder. So for her skin, I really want to use the Faber-Castell Polychromos or maybe the Pablos. I still haven't decided yet. And I'm sorry if my voice is cracking. Well, I think it is cracking, but it's like really late at night, and this is the only time I can get this area clear of people. This is the main room, like the living room, the kitchen, my little school room for my son. So yeah, so we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I'm using Black Widows. So for these pink flowers, what did I use? I based it with the color, I wrote it down here, powder pink. And then I use, what is this? Snow, which is, this is from the Skin set. SL005, and then I'm using another skin set from the light one, Fairy Floss. Then I'm using Apple from the Monarch set, MN047. So I'll go ahead and start coloring here. So I just wanted to sharpen my pencil. So yeah, it's nerve-wracking again, trying to record, trying to be loud enough, because you know everyone is sleeping right now as I'm recording, but I want to be loud enough so my microphone can pick up my voice. And oh my goodness, my eyes is like, I got my eyes checked, so I have new glasses, but I feel like I need reading glasses too. I don't know if I'm seeing it as well, because it's, if I were to look up closely, it doesn't look the same as how I see it with my glasses on, but hopefully I can color it alright. So yeah, so for the past month and a half, yeah, it's been very, it was stressful in August, and then for the school stuff, there was some stuff that I was like, it was just giving me anxiety and stuff. So we were still, in August, we were still dealing with a lot of moving stuff for our old house. And you're probably wondering, you know, like, didn't you move like months ago? And we did. We moved to this house, but our old house, we were supposed to have a plan, we had a plan where we will renovate the house, not renovate, but replace the rugs, put up a fence, change out the skylights, paint the rooms, and just get that all done by the end of this year so that we can rent the house out. And at the same time, we wanted to do, you know, like garage sales, sort out some of our stuff to throw away in trash or to donate. And then my husband actually found someone that would rent our house, but they needed our house by September 1st. And then at the same time, there was a lot of stuff that were happening like right away. My mother-in-law was living with us. She's been living with us for 8 years, and 4 years ago she sold her house, which she was renting out down in Vegas, and then all of her furnitures and stuff that were in storage, we moved it all up here to our house, and it was sitting in our family room and in our whole garage. Our garage was full to the top, you know, to the ceiling of all of our stuff. And our garage has been like that for about 3 years, and yeah, I hated going in there because I couldn't walk around, can't find anything that I needed that was like on the shelves because it was blocked. But anyways, the plan was that while we were renovating, my mother-in-law was going to wait for my brother-in-law because he was looking for a home, and he invited her to live with him and his partner. So yeah, so that went by really fast. So he bought a house immediately, and the process was just so fast. And then so she left in August, and so she left mid-August, and then we had to get the house ready by the 1st. And the reason why we went ahead with this rental was because they were also going to help us renovate the house while they're living there. So We thought it was a good idea, but we still had to get all of our stuff out, you know, like garage sales, sorting, that kind of like went out the window. I tried to sort as much as I can within those 3 weeks of August, but yeah, it was a lot of stress. Oh my goodness, just thinking about it, it's like I can feel like just constricting and stuff. So let me breathe. Yeah, so you know, like I said, when my mother-in-law left mid-August, she left all of her furniture, all of her stuff. So we had to organize all of her stuff to put in storage for her. And then at the same time, she wanted us to sort the stuff that she wanted us to sell, which is a lot of her furnitures and some of her collectibles. And yeah, that took a whole week because it's a whole, like her whole household. She had like a 3-bedroom home in Las Vegas before she moved in with us. So yeah, it was a lot of stuff to go through, and then just moving her stuff into the storage. We didn't hire anyone, we did it ourselves. So it was my husband and myself and our 2 oldest daughters, my 20-year-old and our 18-year-old. Yeah, so there was a lot of aching days just from doing all that move. And yeah, for her stuff it took a week, and then for our stuff it took about a week also. But at the same time, after we cleaned out our room, we cleaned it up and tried to get it ready for the renters. But oh yeah, and it was hot. It was like so hot because there's no AC here. Like for the older homes in Washington, there's no central cooling, is that what it's called? Heating, cooling. There wasn't any AC. We just had fans or the portable AC that, you know, just for the room. And then trying not to inhale dust at the same time, especially in the garage. Yeah, it was it was a lot of physical strain, and then aches afterwards. A lot of stairs going up and down. And yeah, my mother-in-law had shrunks. If you don't know what that is, it's like these German wall units, and they are made from like very heavy wood. I don't remember what kind of wood it is, but they are so heavy. I was worried that it would fall on one of us because I'm only 5'1". My youngest daughter is an inch shorter, 2 inches shorter than me. My oldest daughter is 5'6", and my husband is 5'10". So, you know, my husband had to be the one that used the trolley, I believe that's what you call it. And then I was at the end of the trolley while my husband was trying to put it up the ramp into the truck, and my daughters were each on one side trying to make sure it doesn't tip over. But those shrunks, oh my goodness, they are so heavy. But at least they came apart into units. And then yeah, my mother-in-law had a lot of European furnitures, and they're like real wood, and just very like the details in the those shrunks were beautiful. But oh gosh, I don't miss carrying them. But yeah, we're gonna try to sell those, and hopefully we can find buyers for them. And yeah, so we had to deal with that one in August, and fortunately we got everything done like a couple days before the end of the month, which gave me time to bring my son out and to buy clothes before school starts, because school started on, was it the 1st or maybe the 4th? I believe the 4th of August, no, September, the 4th of September. And we weren't able to go shopping in August, and my son hates shopping, but also he's been growing all summer, so a lot of his jeans were like high waters, and he didn't care, he was going to wear it anyways. And I was like, no, you're coming with me, we're going to go shopping, and you're going to try on each and every pants, and I don't want to see any high waters. So, and yeah, we had to go to several stores, and we live in a small town, so we went to the main mall for I think five towns, but we went to JCPenney, Kohl's, Target, Old Navy, and there's just like a little in each of those stores. So fortunately, I was able to find a little bit from each of them. And with his school supplies, the middle school that he goes to was selling bags of everything they'll need for the school year, and there were just a couple of things that we needed to pick up individually, so I just went ahead and did that. I just got the bag for him. I was like, most of them are in there, you know, and I'm so grateful that they did that too. And yeah, and that was another thing we had to deal with my son, my 12-year-old son, going into middle school, because he was doing virtual last school year. I was worried that he wouldn't be able to transition into 7th grade, because he was in a program for, well, they call it the venture program. I don't know if it's the same thing. Magnet? No, not Magnet, but it's a venture program that he was in 5th grade. And then when he did virtual in 6th grade, I asked them, you know, like, is this going to mess up the program that he's in? Because I don't want him to go back to school and find out that he's behind or anything like that, because, you know, his education is very important to us. And they assured us that that it's okay, you know, he should transition to the classes that are going to be available at the school he's going to be in. So when we found out what his schedule is, we found out that he was put in all of the wrong classes. He was supposed to be, so he's in 7th grade, but he's supposed to be doing like 8th grade math, 8th grade English, 8th grade, did I say English and science? But yeah, and good thing we found out, because we were able to make sure that he got into the right classes during the first week of school, so he didn't have to catch up or anything, because that's what I'm always worried about, because my high school years were just messed up, because I am a military brat. And then when I was in high school, my dad got transferred from California, where I went to high school, and he transferred all of us to Washington State. And probably if you're a military brat, you would know that when you move from state to state, the curriculum from each state to each other is different. The classes available is different, and it really messed up my goals for college and my goals for, you know, my high school classes, and then just, you know, the whole thing, you know, it was a hard transition for me. So I didn't want that to happen for, you know, to any of my kids. But yeah, so we got that sorted out, and then the next week my daughter, my oldest daughter, was preparing to move into her apartment in Seattle. And that's like, oh my gosh, that's another thing that I'm always worried, you know, not only because of COVID, but, you know, we're Asian. So I don't know if you've heard about a lot of the Asian hate. And, you know, it's there, and I'm just worried, you know, I'm a mom, we can't help but worry all the time. But I just have to hope and pray that, you know, she's going to be okay, and yeah, everything's going to be all right. But yeah, so during that week, I think it was the second week of September, it was both, you know, trying to get my daughter ready with everything that she will need for her move, and then at the same time my youngest son Mason was going to be starting kindergarten, but he was going to be homeschooled. But it's not like the typical homeschooling. I work with the school district, the virtual school district, or it is the school district, but it's their virtual like school. They call it the community school. And so I work with a teacher there that will tell me what Mason will have to work on, what he has to complete and all that. And, you know, they have a curriculum kind of ready, but we go kind of in our own pace. We just have a general, like, this has to be completed in this our quarter, and this one in this quarter, and this one in this quarter. But during that first week, I was only given links, a whole bunch of links. I was given several books, a computer, a worksheet with some instructions on it. It is just links everywhere, and I was so flustered, and like I didn't know where to start. For me, it would help if like it was like this and this, but it was just like, here's all the information, you know. It didn't tell me like an example of how you want to start or anything. And it wasn't until probably, I think, Thursday. My son started on Monday. So it wasn't until Thursday that I finally talked to the teacher, and, you know, I asked all of my questions, trying to figure out like how was I supposed to go about it, because this is my first time having to do this kind of like homeschooling, and I just want to make sure I'm doing everything right. And oh my goodness, sorry, it's like, yeah, I don't like that feeling of just like it's too much. And yeah, but we got it all sorted out. It did take another week for my son to kind of get used to the schooling. He wasn't used to getting things wrong, which I know probably a lot of kids don't want to, but he would get into like a crying fit after getting a wrong answer. And this is through the computer, so it's not like he put it on a paper and I said you're wrong. No, it's like it's a program on the computer, and you know, it makes that sound when you're wrong. It's like that's not the correct answer, you know. But they give, you know, the child like another chance to find a correct answer. But you know, it took a while for my son to understand that, you know, because I was telling him you have to make mistakes to learn from them, so to not worry about the mistakes. I mean, that's with everything with life. I think for myself, you know, you have to learn to accept the mistakes, to learn from them. So yeah, it took a bit. He would cry like almost 10 minutes, so we'd take a break, come back, and then if he starts getting frustrated again, we have to take a break again. So it took about a week of him trying to get used to the schedule. I only have him working in the afternoons from like 12 to 4, about between 4 or 5, depending on where when we stop, when he's done. And so far, you know, he's doing good. It was just the beginning part of getting, you know, like getting all that information and not knowing where do I start, what do I do with this kind of thing. And I didn't want to start something and then find out he had to redo it. There was I think it was the reading part that we were kind of ahead, because I went ahead and just every day I just like went to the next lesson, and I guess there was like so many other stuff that I was supposed to do within that one lesson, and I didn't know. So yeah. So we did another week of just like catching up and trying to get to where we need to be, and that was this past week. And so I think, you know, like going ahead, it's going to be okay. It's going to be good, hopefully. I just want to make sure that, you know, everything, I just want to make sure that he is learning everything that he's supposed to know. I would just want to do a good job for him, and I really do appreciate, you know, the school district for doing this, you know, for this kind of program for kids that are working from home. I forgot what the word is. It's I call it homeschooling because it's kind of is homeschooling, but we're working with the district on the curriculum. So yeah, I can't remember what the word is, but yeah, you know, teaching Mason, you know, I've always had appreciation for all teachers. You know, I still remember my teachers from elementary school, and I loved them because, you know, like how much, you know, they give of themselves. So, and, you know, to realize how much more work it is, you know, to deal with kids, like with just my son alone, mentally, it can be draining. And my heart goes out to all of you teachers. I praise you all for all of your hard work. You know, they should be paid so much more for all they do. So yeah, so I am done with the flowers. I'm just gonna go ahead and start with the hair. Just go move it here. Just going to turn it this way if that's okay. So again, I'm using, what is this? Oh, sorry. Black Widow. So I have Cobra from the Cobra set, CB32 Gold. I have from the Skin Dark set, Olive Brown. From the Skin, from the Monarch set, Mahogany MN087. From the Skin set, the dark one, 023, SD023, Chalk Tone. So those are the colors that I am using for her hair. But yeah, so that is all of the stuff that I've just been dealing with for the past month and a half. Yeah, and you know, like I've been wanting to record, but I always get this, like I have it right now, it's just like this, like heaviness in my chest, you know, my chest, and I kept trying to avoid that feeling, so I didn't record anything last week, but we were coming up to the end of the month, so I'm hoping this would help me just like push right through. It didn't help that last week I also watched a certain video, which I'm sure you guys know which one I'm talking about, but yeah, it was that video really turned up my anxiety, not because of like she said it was her opinion, but it was her perspective on hauls. I think that's how I'm gonna take it. I've never seen that side, or just never focused on it, I guess. Because for me, hauls is something I enjoy watching, not only because I like the joy that it brings to the creator that's sharing it with us, but I love coloring books, I love coloring supplies, I love finding out new ones and how to use them. And for me, I look at it as, you know, a happy thing. It's I never see it as anything else. So just realizing her perspective of coloring hauls and some of the words that she used really triggered, and it's not like my collection or anything. I have a huge collection of books. I've said it before, I'll say it again, but I am proud of my collection because these coloring books make me happy. I think I said it before where I wished I had coloring, you know, like years ago, but if it was that 10 years ago, the way our financial was at that time, I wouldn't have been buying books all the time. Probably have like a couple of the, like, most likely Amazon printed books. But as we got older, our financial stuff is a lot better, so my spending ends up going to coloring supplies and coloring books. And again, you know, that's my happy place. Coloring is what relieves my stress, and that's what I've been doing instead of recording videos the whole month of, you know, September. So I do have a lot more colorings to share from September than in August. In August, I colored for like the first half of the month because I had some buddy colors, and I completed those first and did some other ones that I can do that were marker based, and I just had to do pencils. And then towards the end of August, I only had one page to work on, and I was able to finish that, but there wasn't that much coloring that was completed in August. But for September, yeah, I was stressing a lot, so coloring really helped me just to like focus and to, you know, just to relax. It's my go-to. And then also doing like breathing exercises, because sometimes I find myself like out of breath because I hold my breath in, and I really have to stop doing that. So, but I forgot what I was talking about. I think I was talking about the video. But so for that video, yeah, that's pretty much what I took out from it. And I am subscribed to her. I only watched 2 of her videos, which was that one video and her completed video, and that's how I was introduced to her, was through her completed video. Oops. And I will still watch her completed videos because that's all I have time for right now. For everyone that I'm subscribed to, I try to watch their completed videos. Then after that, I'll try to watch their coloring haul videos, which is my second favorite. And then after that, collection videos, because I've seen a lot of collection videos out. And then after that, it's just, you know, whatever else interests me after that. And yeah, but I think that's the only kind of videos I'll watch. I want to try to stay away from anything negative, because coloring, like I said, is a place where it relieves my stress. It's my safe haven, my zen, my happy place, you know, and I want to keep it that way, because for me, there is no drama in coloring. Coloring is supposed to make you relax, happy, and I think that the creator that made that one video, I don't think she meant anything malicious or mean. If she was just stating her point of view, but words do have consequences, and some of her words did hurt, and I don't think she meant to do that, but it's out there, it's public, and it did hurt, and I just want to believe that she didn't mean to upset anyone or anything like that. I want to believe that. So because I think she loves coloring. I think coloring helps her also, like it helps me, and so we can relate in that. I think everyone can, and I just hope that everyone can agree with that one and just go back to being the happy place that coloring is supposed to be for all of us. But yeah, and yeah, so I am, for September, I am going to be joining the Harry Potter-thon. So I hope you guys look out for that. I'm going to be coloring a Harry Potter illustration from the, what is it called? Coloring Wizardry. And it's going to be a speed coloring, but I'm hoping I can add the voiceover. So I'm still learning the program on my computer, and I just hope I can get it done by then. I do have a backup plan just in case, so yeah, so I hope you guys look out for that. I always do the Color Your Hoard videos every month, so that's always going to be my first video out. I also have a haul from all the way from July. I haven't shown you the gifts that I got from my birthday, and it's been sitting here on the shelf, and yeah, I'm hoping to film it so I can get that out as soon as I can also. But yeah, if you guys have been listening to me throughout this whole video, I thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you guys understand, you know, like, real life right now for me was very hectic and very busy, and yeah, and I'm hoping I can get over the jitteriness of making videos. And yeah, I really miss you guys, and I just want you guys to enjoy the videos and hopefully find it helpful or anything like that, and help you relax. Let's see. Yeah, this paper is kind of weird, so I'm using the lightest color to kind of like blend it all in, burnish it a little bit, and then using a darker color to create the strands if I can. And just kind of do that. But yeah, I hope I finish this by the end of September, because I really want to turn this in for the color along, and this book will be finally done, and I'll have my first coloring in this book. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here. So I am back filming and continuing this video. It is the next night and there are a couple things I wanted to include. Like I was saying earlier in the video, these past few months were stressful for me, but you know, despite that, I was still interacting with our coloring community on both Instagram and on YouTube, and many of you were so sweet, you know, asking how I was doing and reaching out to me, which just confirms, you know, what I've always thought about our wonderful coloring community of having the nicest, most caring, and the most supportive people. And so I want to take this time to say thank you all so much. And I especially want to thank 5 beautiful, kind-hearted, and the sweetest people I've met through social media. I haven't met them in person yet, but you know, I do hope that there'll be a day sometime in the future that we will meet. And I wish, you know, I was eloquent with words to help me express how much these 5 wonderful people helped me just by reaching out to me. And you know, even though I've said thank you to them already, I just want to thank them again. So thank you, Amanda, Emma, Kelly, Anne, and T. I love you guys so much, and I treasure our friendship. I feel so blessed to have you guys as great friends who go out of their way to check up on me, to inspire me, to encourage me. And again, I've never met these people like in person. These are ones I've met through social media. And you know, in the world of social media where negativity and hate can run rampant, I just feel so lucky to have these great friends who not only share, you know, the same passion I have for coloring, but also, you know, look out for me and for my well-being. So I thank you guys so much. Thank you. I also want to thank my subscribers for continuing, you know, to support me and to watch my videos, even though, you know, I haven't been consistent with them. I'm still adjusting and hoping I can get some kind of routine and have it all work out. And hopefully this video will be the start of me, or you know, the start of me getting out of this kind of rut and get back to the fun of making these coloring videos. So we're coming to the end of September, and I hope it was a good one for you guys, and I hope that you guys will have a wonderful October. So I will see you all in my next video. I am sending you all love and hugs. Please take care out there, stay safe, and happy colorings. Bye-bye.